33 vertebrae, I'm back. I'm out here in the heart of nature, raising the frequency, raising the vibration, bringing awesome energy from the sun, from the water, from the earth, from the air, and we're downloading from ether. So it's been a while since I've been here. We've been going through my book, 33 vertebrae. It's out there, Lemuria bookshop. You can also get it online from my website. You can also DM me on my WhatsApp, and I'll be able to assist you on how to get a copy. Now, this book has been a breakthrough for my life, and it's something that I really want to share with humanity. I want to put it out there because the information I'm giving is something that has been there since beginning of existence, but has been covered for a long time, and I'm giving it in a way that is easy to access and easy to consume, that does not interfere with your beliefs systems. Now, so today I'm still doing the book reading. We've been going through the DNA. We've been going through numerology. So I want to talk a bit about the children. So when I'm talking about the children, so I'm talking about the structure of the DNA. So we've been going through upgrades. I can talk to about myself personally. I've been going through a lot of upgrades, especially since 2020. That's when I can say I've been going through a lot of physical upgrades when consciously being aware. I've changed in body, though for those who know me from my earlier years, they know how I was and how I look right now. Some say I've become younger. That's what you're doing at 33 vertebrae. You get younger, you get more enlightened, you get more aware, more conscious, and you get to live a better life, a life that you're proud of, a life that your children are also proud of. So today I want to talk about children. I've brought in children in this world, and by the way I've been interacting with them and also interacting with the other people's children, there's a difference. I don't know whatever age you are, there's a difference in the kind of kids from the Gen Z, Gen Alpha, and the ones that are coming after them. There's a very huge difference from those from a group of maybe 50 years and above. So there's a lot of difference. So the difference comes in terms of the structure of the DNA. Because whatever appears of the physical has a lot of influence from the energetic levels. So whatever you see appearing like this on the physical, they are more dense. We always call this density is more dense. Has a lot to do with what's happening in the subtle, in the higher frequencies, the higher parts of our body that is on the higher frequencies. We all know, if you're in my channel, that you have a Merkaba, an invisible energy body, which is composed of your DNA. Your DNA is 3% physical and 97% invisible. We can't see, just energies. So it forms a tetrahedron kind of body. We always call it the Merkaba. So this is the vessel that we use to travel, through other dimensions, and also use it to download information into this reality. So why is this important? The current dispensation that we live in, we're living in a new era. We've been heard from many people prophesying that the world is coming to an end in August. So many people are talking about it. Some people are talking about the world is coming to an end in 2025 or 2024 or 2022. There were so many prophecies that were prophesied around this time. Simply because we are living in a new dispensation, a new timeline. So let me just demonstrate something. I don't know if you'll be able to see. So I always say that everything is cyclical. The kind of world you are living in is not a linear. Linear is a straight line like that. Like when you come from 1, 2, 3, 4, like that, going like that. But cyclical it forms a pattern like that. That's the way things are in this reality. Things are not linear as we always think they are. So when you're moving through time, when you are traveling, our solar system, listen, I'm not talking about the planet at this time. When you're talking about time, most of the time, we're looking at the days, like a day is the time taken to go for the sun to turn, for the planet to turn. Uh-huh. Then we go, like, let's say a month is going around the moon. Then again a year is now going around the sun. Yeah, it's to do with the sun. So we're talking about now the time I'm talking about now the solar system. Our solar system, our planets and the sun, now moving around the central sun. In our galaxy is also moving. They're also rotating, moving in a cyclical motion. So let's say it is our sun, then we have planets around it. So this solar system is also moving around a central sun around the universe. Yes, we have a central sun. So we've completed that cycle, and and the solar system is now moving, rotating back towards the central sun. Because it has been moving away from the central sun for a very long time. So the end of that session is now having now the solar system now moving back towards the sun. And as you are moving back towards the sun, uh, we're accessing more information. Because when you're moving away from the central sun, the information that is reaching us traveling from the sun, because we get information from these suns, and what they are portals. They send information to us. So when you're moving away from them, we are moving away from the information. So that's why we used to call it the edge of darkness, because we are moving away from the central sun, the solar system. But now it has turned. We are now moving back towards the central sun. So we are going to get more information. That's why this age is very important. We're going to see a rise in technology. We are seeing rise in AI, rise in a lot of. It's always about information. So we are moving away from the physical aspects, but into the more subtle aspects. Yeah. So that's why this is super important. It's very important for now this coming generation, especially the children, because they are now able to access more information that was not available to humanity for a long period of time. This is super important, very super important. So yeah, so as we move back towards the central sun, as the solar system is moving back towards the central sun, more information is more available. Yeah, so there's no coincidence in life. It's not a coincidence that at this time, when now the solar system is moving back towards the central sun, we are now having children who have a higher an upgrade in the DNA that is able to download better from ether and get more information. It's not a coincidence. Yeah, because you only come when you're ready. When you're ready. Like we always say, like now when Tesla invented a lot of stuff over 300 years ago, we had this technology of 0 point. This information I'm talking about was available to Tesla. They all knew about this, but the world was not ready. The world was not ready for it. That's why it was not able to implement. Now you can see everybody's talking about this. Most people are talking about this because we are now ready. Even the solar system, the calculation of the planets and the sun, they have all aligned because we are now ready for this information. That's why we're now having beings that are able to download from this information available. Yeah, so that's why I'm talking about the children. It's super important. And now let's see a bit about this. I have this in my book. It's in chapters. Towards the last chapters, that is chapter 47, children and spiritual connection. Let me read a little bit about this. Raising the crystalline children, the bridge between heaven and earth. Children, especially between birth and the ages of 7 to 10, exist in a state of profound spiritual openness. During these formative years, their connection to the unseen realms is not learned, it is remembered. So I always talk about this is about remembering. We are trying to remember who we are. And we're not remembering it from books. We're not remembering from the church, from the schools. We are remembering from our DNA. It's our DNA that is downloading information that is already available. it has been existing. It's available. Someone said there's nothing new under the sun. It's available in ether, just waiting for us to download. Now, so they carry a purity of consciousness, a soul memory still vivid from the realms beyond the earthly plane. So in the younger ages, they're still tuned. They're still tuned to these other frequencies, to these other dimensions. Like I was telling you, like me when I was growing up, between the ages of 4, 5, 6, yeah, 7, uh, until 8. Now from 8 it stopped. I used to experience certain dimensions in a way that other people were not experiencing. For example, every day when I just go down to sleep, when I just sit down and I close my eyes, when I reach the bed, I close my eyes to sleep. The moment I just close my eyes, a pool of friendly snakes just come to me. They just come, they appear on my bed, they come to me and they're like coming to play, like the way children always come to play together, very excited. But now you know the kind of programming I have from this other side is that the snake is the devil. So when anytime you see the snake, you should hit it and it should attack or it should run away or something like that. So the moment I saw them, I used to start screaming. And when I start screaming, obviously my mom would come shaking me up and laying my hands on me and praying for me for the devil to leave me alone. So that is what I used to know. But with time, but I used to feel like they are not like coming to attack me or something. They're just there to comfort me, to play with me, to hang out with me because I'm one of them. So later on towards the, I stopped saying, I stopped talking about it. Like I could just sit with them and we have a good time. And I wake up in the morning like it's nothing. Yeah. But by the age of 8, it all disappeared. They never used to, they stopped coming at all. They stopped coming at all. Till now, they never come back. Yeah. But I have more experiences with them physically. Yeah. So there are so many other dimensions that we are always connected to and we always download information from. So if we are able to train our senses and maintain them, maintain the senses, they don't fade away because it's gifts. It's our connection. It's our gifts, our capability of doing things, our talents that we are born with, that is natural to us, but they get dumbed down by the kind of lives we live. We are exposed to chemicals that dumb down our third eye. We're not able to see visions. Some chemicals, is it fluorine in our toothpaste? We use it every day, but it dumps us down. Yeah. So there are so many things that we do in this world. There are so many chemicals that we put in our water in the name of purifying the water, but we're dumbing ourselves down. It's chemicals we're adding to ourselves to dumb down our capabilities of seeing visions, of seeing, of being a superior human, or in short, of being the human we are supposed to be. So there's so many other things that we're going to talk about in this. So that's why this area of children is super important. Let me go on. So unlike adults, whose perceptions are often filtered through logic, trauma, and societal programming, these young beings move through life in communion with spirit. Their dreams are vivid, their questions piercing, and their truths often spoken with clarity that believes their ages. This is super important. I'm just talking about what I really experienced when I was growing up. And this is not mere imagination, it's sacred design. Now, the inborn connection to the divine. From a metaphysical perspective, children are born with their spiritual channels wide open. They communicate freely with spirit guides, ancestors, nature spirits, and even beings from other star systems. This connection is neither abstract nor symbolic, it is direct. In many ancient cultures, such children were recognized as oracles, seers, or star seeds. They were protected, listened to, and nurtured. Today, however, many of these gifts are pathologized, misdiagnosed, or dismissed as fantasy. In doing so, we dim the light to the next generation's soul before it has fully emerged. This is super important. Someone once said, give me your child before the age of 7 and I'll tell you who that child will be. Because the kind of programming that we do at that age, they stick to it. That is what maintains as goes on. So these children that are born today, we call them the indigo children, the crystalline beings, some of crystalline bodies, some of superior bodies even than that, electric bodies, we're all electric. I saw another video the other day of a child lighting a bulb from the palm of the hand, just putting the palm and they're lighting, yeah, because of the kind of the body that they have, crystalline body that is generating electricity, transporting electricity in a superior way, yeah. So it's super important to nurture the talents of our children, especially at the young ages before 7 years. That is why the concept of immunization also is something you need to watch out. Some of these things we are doing is about dumbing down the children. Yeah, that is something we really need to look at. Yeah, so if parents really need to check out your kids, see that they are able to come up and grow and nurture the talents that your children come with. Look, as parents, you have a duty of protecting the spiritual gifts of your children. Stop dumbing them down. The gifts that your children come with, it's not for the child, it's for whole humanity, for the whole existence. The gifts that they carry is not for only humanity only, it's for the whole existence, the earth, the plants, the animals, everything that is existing in this reality at this time. So that's why it's important for you to maintain them, cultivate them, help them nurture, not dumb them down. It's so easy to dismiss kids about what they tell you. Another time I was hanging out with my kid. That time he was around 3 years. Yeah, so we were just hanging out in a park, somewhere like this in the park, and he loves playing with plants and stuff. So he was telling me of how light is coming from the sun, super awesome light coming direct, going into the plants, and the plant is eating it. And he was explaining everything, and he's telling me, can you see that is what is going on here? But obviously I can't see what he's saying because I've been blocked. Okay, I can't access such kind of frequencies. But since I am a woke parent who is aware of such kind of things, I'm able to nurture such kind of a child because I know the gifts they are carrying. Yeah, and the gifts are for the whole humanity. So why is this important? I told you they're coming at this time with more advanced gifts to download better from ether because of the time such as this. Humanity has done what it has done and reached the point it is today because of the capability of a few people or that were able to download and were able to create reality as we are seeing it at this time. So with the movement of our solar system back to the central sun, more information coming our way, we need upgraded beings to be able to download this new information that has not been available for a long period of time. So it's now available and it needs us to download it into this reality. The kind of information we are bringing is unknown, from the unknown, and we want to bring it into the known. That's why it's super important to allow these kids who come with a better body technology that will be able to assist humanity to move to the next level. Parents, this is super important. Gen Z parents, I know you get me because most of you are more woke in this kind of area. But it's super important to be in the state of nurturing these children. Let's go on. The rise of crystalline beings. What you are witnessing now is the arrival of a new wave of souls, often called crystalline children, diamond children, or star children. Unlike previous generations, these beings are born with highly activated energy fields, heightened intuition, and a multidimensional awareness that transcends the linear, dualistic thinking of the old world. This is super important because these are new beings whose sole duty they chose to come in at this time into the earth plane to advance the earth. I've always told you that the earth upgraded. So longer 3D, it's in the fourth density. The humans are also upgrading. They were in 3D. Majority is still in 3D. Going through the 4D into the 5th day. So we need to have beings that are compatible with the new state of the nature that we have. Now, the Earth upgraded. It's bringing in crystalline beings, diamond children, crystalline body children. So all these kids, there are different types depending on where they chose to reincarnate. So they are spread all over the planet in all races. It's not a specific race. In all races, you'll find these children coming up. And it's the duty of us, the parents, the older beings who are living here this time, to help them navigate this reality. Because, most of them are coming from very high frequency places. They're not used to this low, dense place. So some of them may not want to stay longer. They just come but many will want to stay because they need to play the important role that they have chosen at this time, in this new earth, in this new time. Yeah. So look at the children. Look at the children. Focus on their intuition. Find ways of maintaining their high frequencies. Because this is a low density, a low dense environment. So they're coming from a high plane. So we want to help them integrate into this plane, and so they can find a way to settle down and not opt out. Most of the kids that opt out at the age of before the age of 5 and 8, they just came to see an experience. Maybe they didn't like it and they said, let me go back to a higher plane. But we want to encourage them to stay on. Yes, because of the important mission they are undertaking at this time. Let me go on. So they are not here to conform. They are here to transform. Yeah. So we have to encourage them to help them stay longer. Because if they find a way of uh, getting to stay in this plane, they'll stay longer and will receive the gifts that they have come here with. Now, these children also display unusual sensitivities to sound, chemicals, artificial environments, and even social structures that feel rigid or inauthentic. They're naturally empathetic, often telepathic, and carry a deep knowing that they are here with purpose. You can see them that they are a very young child, but already they speak with purpose. They're very clear and intentional in what they do. Yeah? You may, as parents, you'll be like, this child is very arrogant or very stubborn. It's not stubborn, it's just aware of what they need to do. It's like the same way an adult is always very aware of what I need to do is this. And whatever you tell them, they won't change because you say they are stubborn because they are very fixated in what they need to do. This is the kind of things you'll be seeing in these children. They'll be very aware. They know I'm here to do this and this and this. And that is what they'll start doing from a very young age. Yeah? Yeah, from a very, very young age, they're very sure. And in fact, most of this education system will be derailing them. They'll not want to go to the schools. Yeah, it will be a tall order to take them through this school system as it is today. Yeah, this is why I'm always emphasizing we really need to check the education system again. They can't learn in such an environment. That one, I assure you, we really need to check this education system again. Super important if you're going to really succeed and advance. We're in the state of transitioning. So for those who are going to play this, history will remember you correctly, and please play your part and ensure this transition occurs in an awesome way. So let's continue. So many speak of home as somewhere among the stars. Yeah. Yeah. In fact, my kid told me, yeah, he told me he has other mothers up in other stars. I understood him so well. I understood him so well. Yeah. Because of the kind of person I am. And children choose their parents. You should know that. They even choose a womb that they come through. because they want to experience a certain kind of life according to their mission. Yeah. So many speak of home as somewhere among the stars, or recount vivid memories of lifetimes on other planets and in other dimensions. Their presence is not random. It is timed with the awakening of humanity, the reactivation of Earth's grid, and the long anticipated contract with higher intelligence, like the Anunnaki and other star nations that guided early civilizations. So, like I'm saying, they have chosen to come at this time for this important duty. This duty is not only for the earth. This duty is not only for humans. This duty is for the whole galaxy, for the whole universe. Because this is a very important thing. I told you we're transitioning. New energies are coming in. The earth has upgraded. So many earth grids that have been dormant for a long period of time is alive. So many beings that have been dormant for a long time are now awakening. They are coming out because of the kind of terrain we are traveling in, the kind of terrain the earth is going through, the places the earth is going through, the solar system is going through. Yeah. So they chose to come in and assist humanity grow and ascend to the higher places that it's supposed to be. So there are beings coming from other planets that are much advanced, much ascended. So they come in, it's like traveling back through time. Always tell you that planets are traveling, we're traveling through time. So as we travel through time, like here, so as you're traveling through time, so let's say at this point here, this is where we are, but the future is somewhere here. So beings can come in from other places in this future, travel back to time at this time on Earth, and try to integrate the things that we've already done in the future, and we start doing it here now. That's how time travel happens. It's about assisting each other. So the past is assisting the future the same way the future is assisting the past. I don't know if you get me. Like today, if you wanted to assist and maybe change something, let's remember like now the olden times, maybe we can go even maybe the olden times before the invention of electricity. So we can travel back to time before the invention of electricity and come up with something that are related to electricity at that time so that we can connect with this timeline of electricity. The same way, if you want to change this timeline, we can still travel to another timeline and do something on that timeline to affect the reality of this other timeline. So that is what happens. That is what happens with this time. So this time, these kids, high vibrating kids of higher energy, crystalline kids, diamond kids, yeah, star seeds, they've come in at this time to help the earth integrate and transition into the higher frequencies. The higher frequencies that is important on this time. Yeah, let's go on. So how to raise a crystalline child? How do we raise crystalline children? So raising a crystalline child, spiritual advanced child in this world requires both conscious presence and intuitive wisdom. So the parents must be conscious, the guardians must be conscious, the educators must be conscious. Then we're going to see how to things that you can help them, because we are not leading them, because they're the ones with the wisdom, they're the ones with the information, they're the ones with the things that you need to integrate at this time. It's coming from them. So all we need to do is to assist them integrate these at this time, because we are helping them to integrate into the system that we have at this time. Then they will now start pouring their gifts into this reality now. So we want to see how do we raise. I mentioned something about the Anunnaki and the star nations. This is something I really need to talk about in other visuals in depth. 33 vertebrae. That's my time.